It is true. It was first screening in Bulgaria, and it was yes, in front of the whole cinema theater full with taxi drivers from the company that actually help us to make a film. And after this, there is a 45 minutes Q&A with the taxi drivers. So it was good because in a way they recognize the film and the problems that we show in the film, which is the kind of problems of contemporary Bulgarian society in general. They recognize it in the film like own problems. So it was kind of approved, stamped from the taxi drivers in the beginning. We do try to make an overview of the problems today. Of course, it's we just spotlighted things that we care about. We spotlight on problems that we thought that it's very important to show. It's not showing the whole Bulgarian society, of course, because it's different layers of the society. So we focused on this and use taxi drivers as a people that actually see it in real time what's happening, especially the taxi drivers that work on night. They're like psychiatric. We have this kind of a mental problem of the society, and they are the people that facing what's happened really outside every night. The customers that they take, what's happening in the street, they see it every night. And this is when actually appears the idea, this will be the first film of 3. And now we work on the sequel. The shooting is already started, I think. It's will be One Night in Sofia in police cars. And the third film, the idea is to be One Night in Sofia in ambulances, because this is the 3 type of cars that you can see in the night: taxis, police cars, and ambulances. And the film was shot very fast. I think for 2 weeks it was shot entirely, because it's almost every episode made in one shot. So we have some episodes more than 18 minutes long shots. So the shooting was pretty fast, and the editing also. So he spotted that in the night this is the 3 type of cars that it's and then the idea of 2 sequels appears after we was ready with the first one. First of all, we of course we collect more than the stories we have in the film. So we choose just a few of them. Most of them are based on real events, real people. So we have to choose what to put in the film and what we couldn't. So it appears with collecting of these stories and talking with the taxi drivers also. They help a lot. And even now, when I go in the taxi in Sofia, usually the driver says, "Oh, I have so many stories to tell." Sometimes when they know that I'm a writer, a scriptwriter, they always want to share stories. Even now, and it's like, "Oh, I have so many stories, so weird and strange stories." So it's really they're like an encyclopedia of weird stories. So it's. So I was working on other project, feature film project. Was my first project after graduation from the film school, and this project won kind of a important award for best script for Central and Eastern Europe from Scriptease. It was awarded in Cannes, not connected with the festival, but this was a Polish program called Scriptease. So we won the main award of Scriptease. With the other project, then called Nanook. Now it's already a film, and it was premiered in Berlinale as Aga. And after the script of Nanook was kind of acclaimed in these workshops, STEFAN called me and he said, "I have an idea of the film. We want to hear the idea and probably work together." So he told me the idea, which in the beginning was different. Then during the work and preparation of something that was completely different. He come up actually with the idea, let's make it in one night in taxi cabs. So we kind of used the original idea, collect much more stories than, because the first idea was only one story, and then we make it this multi-plot film, which is basically a different stories connected through a radio show and connected through one story of a heart transplantation. And we start to work together. I think it's became very well and very fast. Find a way to work very well together. So this is why we continue with another film, and we work on a documentary together also. So it was a successful cooperation, I think. Still, I think he's much more optimistic than me, which is great. Which will be, it's a power that I think helps to still work in Bulgaria, to continue make films, to continue to choose topics that it's important for the society, for what's happened with us there. But I think I'm not that optimistic anymore. I'm still working in Bulgaria, but I not really believe that the film can change that much. I mean, it can in general, but I'm not sure for our society, honestly. You know, first of all, you appear with the Bulgarian project, which in the beginning was the story about Inuit couple, and it was strange. Everybody asked questions, why Bulgarian dealing with this? 4 years later, when the film was ready, nobody asked this question anymore, because I think it was a good film, and also it's focused on a simple human relationship in the family that it's recognizable everywhere. The idea to be done in the north is because of the metaphor of the north, one of the last places on earth pure still. But civilization, in a way, go into the north little by little and destroy it and change it. And this is the film about changes. So it was the metaphor much more stronger when we did it there. Yes, the Bulgarian part of occupation 1968 was co-written together with Stefan, and also we made because in this omnibus it's 25 minutes part, and we made a 55 minutes only for Bulgaria, bigger, the same story, the same film, but 55 minutes cut. So it's called Unnecessary Hero, this one, and it's. I think it's an interesting story about the only one victim of killed by local people, a soldier killed by local people in 1968. It's the Bulgarian soldier. The film, it's talking about something happened 50 years ago, but actually it's dealing with contemporary society, and that not much change in 50 years, and that actually this soldier that is sent there, he didn't know where he's going, he just sent there, and he was killed in crime case. Actually, it's not killed of political reason. I think it's kind of the real story became a background of a story of what's changed and what not changed in a country that it's still that mess and poor. The focus of the film are the monuments that still exist of him. One was stolen after the communism, the other one was written different letters on both sides. It depends of the power of the day. And for me it was important because I grew up in these places, I grew up in this environment, and still don't understand when someone sends young people to be killed. It doesn't matter how it's happened, and then use the dead. And use the death, it depends of who is in charge, political charge. So you can use it as a hero or you can use it as a traitor, but it's like a 20 years old soldier just killed for nothing.